So you see a circle in front of you, right? Yes, gentlemen?
Yeah, but a half is just divided into two parts.
Yeah, so there's no problem cutting a circle in half. But what I think you're talking about, Zion, is cutting it vertically like this, and that does not create equal units.
I know. Yeah, I
So,
learned that.
so you, first of
I
all,
learned that too.
Cam was really smart to do a vertical line down the center, and you were really good at math in order to know that that doesn't give you equal fractions. Now, what if though I did this? Does
That's a
that
fourth.
give does that give
1/4.
equal, does that give equal quarters?
Yep.
Okay,
Mhm.
you ready for the next one?
Yep. Equal.
Now
Equal.
I'm a
Not
little,
equal.
but what are they though? What are they called?
These are called. Yeah, no, not. Wait, let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yes.
So what do you think they're called, Cam?
1/8.
Yes.
No,
This
it's only
guy-
1/8. Only if you colored 1.
This is 1/8. Now, what if I then cut 1/8 in half? What do I have now?
It looks like an unequal fraction.
Oh, no. This guy here is half of this guy. What would be half of an eighth? Now, you know.
1/4. You have 4.
Oh,
You have 4 pieces.
no,
Oh,
no,
wait.
no.
1/6.
Definitely not
wait.
1/4. And you know what we're going to do here? We're going to do this. I think you guys are really going to like this. What I am going to do, look at what I've done, guys. So now this is 1/4. This is 1/2. What about this? If this is a half, and half of that is a quarter, and half of that is an eighth, what is half of an eighth?
16th.
Oh my gosh. Cam,
Yeah,
you're awesome. Now, what if, and don't yell it out loud because I want both of you working on it. What is half of a 16th? And please just wait before you call it out. Write it down. Oh, Cam, you have your pencil?
Let me double check. I know I had it just in my hand. Oh, here it is.
Good man. Good man. And so what did you come up with, Zion?
I came with 132.
And you know what I say? But it's not correct the way that I say it. I say 132th.
132.
132th, like a tooth. But that's not really the way to say it. Now, Cam, you're going to give me the next one, but I want you to do it on paper, Zion, as well. So what is the next piece? Yep. But 64 is not the answer. What did you mean to say, Zion?
164.
You meant to say 1/64. And
164.
right. Now, Cam, I want you to do this next one. And that might be the tiniest sliver that I can do with this program. But what do you think that
128?
is? Yes. 128. Now, boys, do you know that if I cut up a pizza into 1/128, and I gave you a little tiny sliver, that red sliver, 128 of them would make the whole pie. Isn't that
That's a lot.
amazing?
Yeah, that's
Isn't that amazing? Now, let's have some fun with fractions not using circles. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna have fun with this guy. And I'm gonna make a rectangle, but you have to tell me the dimensions. And I want a rectangle that is 128 square units. So what will be the dimensions of that rectangle? And if you don't know it, just say, Mr. Kramer, I'm not sure.
I'm not sure.
What about you, Zion?
I'm gonna calculate it. How big are you even gonna do it?
Oh boy. Guess what, guys? There's something very special going on here. Are you ready?
Keep changing it.
You're gonna love this. Are you ready? This is it. Do you know that that has 128 square units? Why?
Yes.
Because it is a 16 by 8. It is a 16 by 8 rectangle. Now, you know me, I love multiplication. So we're gonna do 8 times 16. And do you remember the way I like to break up 16 into 10 and 6? Now, I want Cam, you give me the first 8 times 10. And then Zion, you're gonna give me 8 times 6. And then we're gonna add those together. Go ahead. Cam, what is 8 times 10?
I haven't figured it out yet.
All right. Zion, why don't you work on your 8 times 6?
I'm working on it.
Good man. And you could count by 8 6 times, or count by 6 8 times if you don't know the math fact.
I just figured it out.
Okay, go for it, buddy.
100.
You think 8 tens?
Oh, wait, never mind. 90.
Because that would be 10 tens. And
Wait a
all you
second,
have to
80.
Yes.
Cam, you're the man. And that's 80. Now, I want Cam silently for you to do 8 times 6 while Zion tells me what he has. So Zion, what'd you come up with? Cam, I lost you. Zion, can you still hear me? Okay.
Yes.
Go for it.
Is it 42?
That is 7 sixes. That's 7 times 6 is
Oh,
42. Now, were
I
you
mean
counting
48.
by?
I mean 48.
Yes, Cyan. I'm so proud of you. Now, boys, can you add 80 plus 48? What is 0 plus 8? Go.
8.
And what is 8 plus 4?
Well,
8 plus 4 is actually 12. So that's
And guess
so it
guess
might be
what?
100.
Now, you're going to like this. Are you ready?
Yeah.
If I cut this down the middle, the fraction on the left side we would call what?
Fraction on the left side would probably be, there would probably be 40 square units in that.
Well, it would be 64 square units, but what fraction is this of the whole? Just like when Cam cut the circle, we knew that this part was, Cam, are you coming back to us?
1/2.
Exactly 1/2. So this is 1/2. Cam, please start your video. Cam, why do you go away from the video without telling me what's going on?
Malfunctions.
Wait, say
A
again?
lot of malfunctions. Malfunctions.
Malfunctions. Okay, good. Let's try to avoid the malfunctions. So what we learned, Cam, is that half of this rectangle would literally just be 1/2. Now, what if I cut it like this? What would this portion be? Cam, look at the portion. What would this portion be? This is for you, Cam, of the whole
1/4.
rectangle. Exactly.
Yeah, I
Now,
was gonna say that too.
Then 1/8.
now,
So
Zion,
1/16.
you're gonna be next. You're gonna be next, Zion. Can you give me the next piece?
1/6.
One what?
6.
No. Think about what we did here. Half of a half was a quarter. Half
1/8.
of a quarter is 1/8. Cam, come back to us if you can. I know you have malfunction issues, but I like you. And okay, so Zion, since Cam is back. So Cam, you do the next one, buddy.
1/16.
You are the man. And Zion, you're gonna do the next one.
1/32.
Yes, that is exactly what we say. I love that. 1/32. And then Cam, you're gonna do the next one. Now, Cam, what exactly is the malfunction that causes the video to go? Does it mean that someone is texting you or sending a message? Is that what's happening?
Nothing really happening. Maybe I should check the settings.
Well, you know what? Let's not
Wait.
waste any time, but if you have a parent close by, you can say, my video keeps popping out. If you can help me with that, that would be great. But Cam, why don't you give me the next fraction?
1/64.
Oh boy, you are the man. And Zion, would you please give me the last one, please?
1/28.
One what?
Like 1/28.
Yeah, 1/128.
Okay, that's right.
Now, isn't it interesting, boys? I want to show you something. If I take, are you ready for this? If I take a half of a half, do you know how to translate that into mathematics, the words of a? What would you do to the half and the half? Would it be addition, subtraction? Cam, look at the screen, please. Addition, subtraction, multiplication, or division? What is a half of a half?
Division, no, like taking away.
No, it is multiplication. Now watch, boys. What is 1 times 1?
1 times 1 is equal to 1.
And what is 2 times 2?
2 times 2 is equal to 4.
Well,
Guess what, guys? Half of a half is a quarter.
1/4.
What is a half of a quarter? Isn't
1/8.
Isn't that the same as a half times a quarter, which is 1/8?
Then 1/16.
So now, boys, I am going to do something really, really special. And this one is, I think you're going to really like. Okay, are you ready? The first thing I'm going to do is I am going to cut this in what?
half.
Half.
Yes. Now I am going to cut that into,
1/4.
no, no. I am going to take 1/3 of 1/2. So who can tell me what that is? If I multiply 1/3 times 1/2, 1/3 of 1/2, multiply a cross, multiply a cross. What do you get?
I get it.
Say again.
I do not get it.
Can you multiply 1 times 1?
1 times 1 is equal to 1.
Can you multiply 3 times 2?
3 times 2 is equal to 6.
So this fraction is what?
1 out of 16.
Nope. Does that look like a 16 to you?
No, 1/6.
Yeah, it's 1/6, buddy. And I want you to see, Zion, that if you were to cut this entire figure into equal pieces, can you count that there are 6 of them?
Yes, there are 6.
Now, what happens if I cut the 6th by thirds? So now I am taking 1/3 of 1/6. And Cam, I'd love for you to come back if you're able to. I know that you have malfunctions, but we can't see you anymore. Yeah. So what did you do to fix that, Cam?
Nothing. I just came back.
Okay, so try not to push any more buttons. Don't push any buttons. Just pick up a pencil and don't touch any buttons on the computer. And I think that's the best thing. Now, can you tell me what is 1/3 of 1/6? That's going to be this piece right here.
That's a tricky one.
Well, you just know 1 times 1 and 3 times 6. You already know 1 times 1. We've done that many times. What is that, gentlemen?
That's 1.
Of course
Obviously.
it's 1. Of course it's 1.
Because
And
it was
now,
times 1 time. To be
and
honest.
now, what is 3 times 6?
3 times 6 is equal to 18.
That's pretty amazing. So gentlemen, guess what? This piece is 1/18 of the whole. Now, would you like to take 1/3 of the 18th, or would you like to take half of the 18th? What would you like to do?
That'd be the same thing.
Say again.
Wait, it's not the same thing.
You want to take 1/3?
But it's not the same thing. Like,
Well, if I take a half of an 18th, that's different than if I take 1/3. Which would you like to do? Cam, you can answer as well.
you can have
Cam, say again.
128. 126.
Do you want to take a half of 1/18th, or do you want to take 1/3 of 1/18th?
1/2.
Okay, let's do it.
yeah, me too.
So boys, write down 1/2 times 1/18th.
Okay.
And let's see if you can do that. Now, Cam, you're going to need to pick up a pencil. That's the only way to write things down. You can't write it down mentally. You've got to actually pick up your pencil.
Okay. Okay, let me count that.
And if you want, Zion, instead of using multiplication, you could use repeated addition. 18 plus 18 is the same as 18 times 2.
Okay, 18 plus 18.
So what do you think, Cam? Do you have it yet? Are you working on it?
No, I got it.
Okay, go for it, buddy.
1/34.
Well, if you do 18 plus 18, Cam, maybe you could help us with this one. What is 8 plus 8, Cam?
Oh, I mean
16.
1/36.
It's 16. And then 1 plus 1 plus 1 is 3. So this, Zion, is 1/36. And we're going to write that right in there. Oh my gosh. 1/36. Now, the next one we're going to do is the hardest one we've done yet, but it's going to be a lot of fun. And it's one of my favorite polygons.
Oh my God.
This one here has 15 sides.
Oh my.
Yes. So right now I'm going to ask you, what is that fraction? If this has 15 sides and I went from the center to these sides, what
Okay.
fraction would that be?
158.
Well, remember, there are only 15 sides. So what do you think that fraction is? Any idea, boys? And please do not annotate
Okay.
unless you ask.
Okay, wait.
Okay.
There's something I do. Okay. I don't have no idea how to draw a polygon, but
So Cam, do you have any idea if there are 15 sides? Do you know what that fraction would be? Well,
Not quite yet.
would you be surprised if it were just 1/15?
Yeah.
Doesn't that make sense? Because there's 15
Now it does.
there's 15 equal parts. Now, what about this one? If one piece is 1/15, what is 2 pieces?
30.
3 pieces could probably be 1/30. 1/30.
That's what I said.
1/38.
Oh, well,
1/38.
I don't agree with that, but I do agree
Wow.
that this, I agree that that piece is 1/30th, because 1/2 of 1/15 equals 1/30th, because 15 times 2 is 30. That, the bigger your denominator gets, look at me in the eyes, boys. Cam, look up. The bigger your denominator, the number on the bottom, the smaller your fraction. So this is 1/30th. But if I have 2 of these, what do you think they're called? Because if I said 2 of these as a fraction, it would be the answer. What is 2
Oh.
of these?
So
2
1
what?
times 1 equals
2
1.
what? 2 what? 2,
2/15.
yes. Guys, it's, if 1/15 is one of these pieces, then 2/15 is 2 of these pieces. Now I'm going to give you the hardest question yet. Are you ready for a challenge?
No.
Would you
No.
not like it? You don't want a challenge?
No.
All right, then I'll give this challenge to Cam then.
Okay, I can do it. I can do it. And I can do it.
Oh, good. I'm glad that you
challenges.
decided to join us.
I can do it.
So
I can do it.
if you know that this is 2/15, what do you think this piece with 3 of them is called? Cam, come back to us.
3/15.
Say it again.
3/15.
I thought you didn't want this challenge. You are correct. Now, boys, this is not a simplified fraction. You know that 3 can be divided by 3 and 15 can be divided by 3. So how many times can 3 be divided by 3? 3 divided by 3. How many 3's go into 3?
3.
1.
Yeah,
Cam
one group of
is
3 goes
right.
into
Cam is right. 1. How many 3's goes into 15, boys?
how many 3's goes into 15s? Let me see.
Come on, what do you think?
I think 5 groups of 3 goes into 15s.
So guess what? This
1/5.
portion right
1/5.
here is called 1/5. Can you believe that 3/15 is the same as 1/5? It's exactly the same. Now I'm going to give you 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh boy. You're going to like this. Wait, I don't like that design. How many 15ths is this, boys? Come on, count them.
Can you split it out?
Go ahead and count them.
Okay.
And don't say it out loud if you have it.
6.
Don't say it out loud if you have it. So now, Cam, that you found out there were 6/15, can you please divide the numerator by 3 and the denominator by 3? And that way you will know what this fraction is as a simplified fraction.
3 over 5. I mean,
Nope.
2 over 5.
Oh my gosh. Guys, you guys, do you know that you did it? Do you know that you just did it? This is 2/5. This is 1/5. This is 1/5. And what if I colored in all of this part? Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Hold on. Hold on. Only this part. How much would that all be?
Okay, let me
3
see.
fifths.
Wouldn't that also be 1/5?
Yep.
So how many 1/5s are there in a whole?
But what about, yeah, okay.
4.
So 1/5 times 5 equals 5 over 5, which equals 1 over 1, which is 1 whole. So boys, I want you to begin when you're eating food next, I want you to start to cut it up into halves, thirds, fifths, sixths, anything you want. 6th, 18ths, and then you could say, Mr. Kramer, I'm eating an 18th. That was the best 18th I've ever tasted. So do you think that food fractions are your next step?
Yep.
Okay.
Practice.
So, okay,
Oh.
you practice, and if you want to bake a cake, you can send me a picture before next
I
week.
know. But do you know, one of my friends in my Zoom had a sister who her mom had to bake a pie because she didn't really know what fractions are.
Wow. That's pretty cool. Well, listen, I'll see you guys really soon. Have a great day.
Bye.
Bye.
Made cake a few weeks ago.